and today we're at the George Inn in Vernham Dean. The George Inn is a 17th century timber framed building. It did once have a thatch roof, but it was destroyed by fire and rebuilt with some nice clay peg tiles. So there's the man with the strimmer again. He's following me round. We're going to start our walking up Bullpits Hill, which is this lane here, which runs alongside the George. So we're heading slightly uphill, looking for our path, a track on the left. Not quite sure what that is on the roof. It's like a lizard. Anyway, we carry on up the hill. Now pretty soon you see Hatchbury Lane on your left. It's Hatch Lane on the map, but what do we know? And we follow the lane. The lane becomes a track and we follow this along. So anyway, we're in the North Wessex Downs, which gives you an idea of the location. We're sort of out towards Hungerford almost in Berkshire, and above St Mary Bourne and the Bourne Valley. So we're sort of stuck in the middle there, just off the Newbury Andover Road. Anyway, it's an area of outstanding natural beauty. It's dry chalk downland. Well, you wouldn't think so this morning with all this wet. And it's been inhabited, the village, since at least Neolithic times. They found Neolithic hand axes, as well as Roman artefacts and all sorts. So there's some nice little bungalows there, backing onto the fields with a lovely view. Well, I'm glad we don't have to walk through this field. He's a big boy. Now at the top of Hatch Lane, and there's a gravel footpath, and we're going to follow it to the right. And now we come off the Church Lane track and we turn left. There's a few sheep in the field over there. Well, it's not only acorns that are doing well this year. Look at these crab apples. Tree's absolutely loaded. They're all beginning to fall down. Anyway, enough of crab apples. We're going to turn right on this track to the right. Just while we're walking, crops up so many times Bishop of Winchester or Winchester College. They own so much. Well, it's no different here in Vernham Dean, in that Winchester College owned the lands around Vernham Dean since the 14th century. So what's that? That's 600 years, isn't it? But they don't anymore apparently. But they have done until very recently. Now just after you pass the house on the left hand side, the lane once again becomes tarmacked, and we follow the tarmac way. Some snatches of nice views along the way. Can't quite see the village, it's hidden in the valley. Let me carry on down the lane. And we're heading into the village of Little Down. As we enter Little Down, we're going to follow the road round to the right. Looks like some nice eating apples on the road there as well. Should have brought a bag. We've come up through here and ignore this road on the left. And we carry on to the right. We just passed the cottage. There's someone else's heavy garden machinery again. I'll say they're dogging me. Anyway, at this old farm building on the corner, we turn right, and there should be pretty much immediately a path on our left in those bushes. Now you got to look out for this kissing gate. It's kind of hidden in the bushes, but that's where we're going. and we're heading diagonally across the field towards that gate. So through the gate, and the path leads round to the right. So we come out of Stony Drove Farm. We're looking for a footpath on the left. Could be that, but not sure. We'll have to have a look. As I feared, this is the path. How far we can get down it, I don't know. We'll have to see. Well, however much our doggy friends protest, it is the path. Very overgrown, very stinging nettly, and it comes out at this kissing gate. But prepare yourself for a few nettles. So through the odd bit, you didn't know where you were walking, and this is nice and easy. You can see a path across the field to the gate the other side. Now I've exited the field on a very tricky style. Almost got stuck on there. And we're turning left past this big house. And some lovely cottages. Lots and lots of thatch in this area. Very pretty. I'm guessing the old farmhouse there once had a farm over here, maybe, and that looks like a bit of an old farm building. Now, easy to miss, but before you hit the pylons on the left, there's some equine activity and a series of gates and stiles across the field, which we are going to follow. A fine looking horse. Now it's two separate footpaths, one goes that way and one goes this way, and this is the path we're taking to the right. Now we're going through the stile where the footpath sign is. There's a gate there. We're going to go in and have a look at the church. So this is the next part of the walk up this path. We're not going to go through the wooden gate as I thought. We'd go through this metal gate and up the gravel path. Much more sensible when the grass is wet. Now this is St Mary the Virgin Church. It's a 12th century church and it's made from Binstead stone from the Isle of Wight. So yeah, who would ship it all over from there? Anyway, there's a 1220 late Norman western doorway, and there was also a fire that consumed the church in the mid-19th century. So a lot of what you're going to see inside is Victorian. So lovely stonework over this late Norman door. To say it's from 1220. Sadly the church was all locked, so we couldn't go in, but not to worry. We're going to take that footpath on the left, nicely designated by the green sign. Oh, the map says that's the vicarage through there, very big vicarage. Anyway, you follow the path, not down that way, but keeping tight over to the right hand side of the field boundary to walk down towards the playing fields. I got some lovely views from up here of the rolling North Hampshire downland. Now we're heading down towards the village. You can hear the school children obviously out for lunch. Now we've come out in the playing fields. You can hear the kids out playing in the school next door. And walk back down to the main road. Now this is Gilham's Church of England Primary School in Vernham Dean. It was founded in the 1860s and it was that little building there. But in 2002 it had a major extension, which is all of these wooden buildings here, making it a much bigger school. We turned right out of the playing fields past the school, and we're heading now down past the village hall and a cottage called Deersleep Cottage towards the George. Well, I don't often film wheelie bins, but these are really worth it. Well decorated, and a good way of making sure that no one nicks your bin. That's cool, I love that. So there's a lovely thatch cottage, Deersleep Cottage, and it's speculated that this could have been a field hospital during the English Civil War. Little point of interest. But there are lots of other nice thatch cottages as well. And there, a lovely big one here, which is Poplar's farmhouse. And then as we move on down, they look like they might have been thatched once as well. And this is a particularly nice cottage over on our right. Very pretty. Apple Tree Cottage. This is Vernham Dean Village Hall, and it was built in the year 2000 using partly National Lottery funding. Looks like there's a good community spirit here. They have films, as you can see. Next one's Wednesday. It replaces the old village hall from 1922. That's called Vernham Dean Millennium Hall. So here we are back at the George Inn. It's been a nice walk. It's about 3.5 to 4 miles. I would go in, but they're closed Mondays and Tuesdays, so bear that in mind when you're planning your walks. Anyway, we're going to go and find somewhere to go and have something to eat. If you liked the video, then please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.